Howdy again, Craig Cameron here, and talking to you from one of my favorite round pens here on the Double Horn Ranch. I got 5 different round pens here. I use them for different reasons, different things, different sizes. Always depends what? On the horse, situation, and circumstance. And we know a good horseman is always adjusting to fit those at all times. I'm working with a little horse here. That is a customer's horse. They brought this horse here. She's 5 years old. They'd never done anything with her. So in a lot of ways, she was really kind of set in her ways. So again, she's kind of crowding me. Here, I want her to step back. And you can tell I've done quite a bit of work with the flag. She's not scared of that. So I'm riding this horse now. You look at her feet, she's never been shod yet or anything like that, but really set in her ways to begin with. So she's made me kind of work double hard, put in a lot of extra time laying a foundation of trust, a foundation of confidence, a foundation of flexibility, position, control. I'm always working on that, just getting her to step away from me right now, just step away. She needs to get back and not crowd me. But today's session, we're going to talk about hobbling. Hobbling is something I like to do with each and every one of my horses. Why? Because I think it's really good for them. It teaches them patience. It teaches them to give and yield the pressure. It teaches them to stand ground tied when I get off of them. It can also save a horse's life. If he gets tangled up in a barbed wire fence or a hay net or something like that, instead of panicking, and fighting, he just stands there and gives the pressure like you taught him with those hobbles. So to me, I want to get this horse ready. You hear me say over and over, anything you're going to do with the horse, you better get them ready to do it first. So I'm going to get her ready to hobble, not just come in here and throw a set of hobbles on them like I saw them do on all them outfits when I was a kid, where it scared the horse. First thing they did, they tried to run, they fell, they tripped, and then they learned to run in the hobbles. So I always said to myself, I think I could figure out a better way. So here's my better way, and I've been practicing it for decades now and really have had great results. So I'm going to warm my horse up a little bit. I'm going to ask her to step off. And one of the hardest things I had to teach this mare was to just give me forward movement. Boy, she would just be really stubborn. So just lunging her like this. I'm just getting her to relate to me here a little bit here and move her feet. Kind of warm her up. I'm going to switch hands, but my flag will still be over to my right where I can send that hip, drive this horse the other direction. Just send her. And watch my right hand. It's always give and take, pressure and release, just like I do with the reins when I'm up on her back. Watch me switch hands and drive that hip over here and send her the other way here, just like that. And whoa, just like that. So every day with this mare, I've made her double sure she was really good with this flag, not scared of loud noises, not scared of fast movements. And you see how I'm working that down around her feet? I've been doing that since she got here, and believe me, it wasn't easy in the beginning. This mare's been here, at this point, probably about 6 weeks, but I've never hobbled her. And I think it's time, and I think if I do it right, it'll really be good for her. Well, I'm gonna get my lariat rope right now, and I'm gonna do a little process with the rope here. Again, introduce it to her. Let her know what it is. Touch her up with it here. Touch her up with it, touch her up. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just build me a loop, and I'm gonna put that around her foot here. So I got my rope here, and I want to try to step this mare back, step her into that, and I'm going to close that rope. I'm using what I call a 50-foot, real soft horse handling rope. It's what I call a Craig Cameron horse handling rope. People always say, Craig, how come you got a 50-foot rope? I tell them, well, I'm in a 50-foot pen, you figure it out. So I got that 50-foot rope here. And what I want to do is let her feel that on her foot. As she goes to walk, as she's going to pick that foot up, I put pressure on that rope. Now, and now, and now, and now. And she's doing real good with it. Now, and now, and now. Another thing I could do is just come over here and pick this foot up, get her to stand on 3 feet a little bit. Now, I've been working with her feet every day, just picking them up just a little bit. I could even take a dolly around that horn right there and ask her to, and I want to be careful that she doesn't jump on top of me. Here, just pick that foot up a little bit. She may have to search for that foot. Say, right there, she'll try to jump on you sometimes, searching for that foot. I want to be careful. I can get away from her a little bit. Get her just where she can stand on 3 feet. It's good for her. I never seen any horse that didn't need to know how to stand on 3 feet. So I could shoe her or trim her or doctor. And so she gets a little nervous about that. I want to come over here, whoa. Whoa, just pick that foot up a little bit. You're okay, whoa, whoa. Not looking to get into trouble here, whoa. But that's good for her because someday when she gets tangled up in that barbed wire or something, she needs to know a little bit about giving. Just a little bit about giving. And again, a 5-year-old mare here, there's a yield, and I'm gonna give it back to her. Perfect. Took me a minute to get that. You watch her expression, you watch her demeanor. She didn't like it, but she learned to live with it. And all that's gonna happen, she's gonna get better. And over a period of time, pretty quick, you just get there. Look at that. How about that for a nice change right there? All right. So everything I'm doing, what am I doing? Getting her ready and getting her prepared for those hobbles. All right, I'm gonna go to my rope and pull it off of there right now. There. And you can see a lot of people don't take the time to do it this way, but she's actually not getting more troubled. To me, she's getting more sure, a little less scared. That's my job each and every day with a horse. One of my most important jobs. Take the fear away from that horse. Can't ride a scared horse and do a good job. So she had to get scared to realize she didn't need to be scared. And we just watched that happen. Well, I'm gonna get my short hobble there. See, she wants to come with me. All right. Now this is something I developed myself, and it's just called a Craig Cameron training hobble. Instead of going immediately to a leather or nylon or rawhide hobble and pulling their feet real close together, I thought, why not invent something kind of like training wheels for a kid on a tricycle or something. A little more distance in them as they're learning how. And so a couple sessions with this, then I'll be ready to go to my regular hobbles. So I'm gonna start with this foot here and watch, just like I always do. I'm gonna come turn her where a little bit sideways so you'll really be able to see what's going on here. There we go. All right, I'm gonna run that hand down like I showed you before to pick that foot up. I'm gonna go ahead and put that hobble on her. She never had any before. She never even had shoes. I'm gonna close that hobble. I'm gonna walk around the other side. It's like this. I'm gonna run that hand down now. Pick that foot up. Well, my picking the foot up is really paying off at this point right now. And she may get impatient with me. I want that foot back. There. Now look at this mare. She's hobbled, but she don't know she's hobbled. And so at some point, I got to get her to take that first step. And gosh, she could trip. Easily she could. And haven't you ever tripped? And if you tripped, even if you fell down, what'd you do? You just got back up. And she'll learn to honor these hobbles. But let's see what happens. So this is one of the secrets for me, that when you first put on the hobbles. Do not take your halter off. Keep the halter on, so if she gets scared, I can try to pick her head up and tell her, whoa, okay? Same time, don't stand right in front of her. Man, they can trip and fall on you. So just stay awake, stay alert, what I call relaxed but alert. So let's get that first step and see what happens. Here she comes, watch. She's like, what the heck was that? That's just exactly what I said. So a lot of times they'll trip like that the first time. Now look at her face. She's like, whoa, what was that? Dang. So I'm saying, hey, your feet are hobbled together. Learn to stand still. Whenever you got them hobbles on, hey, it's simple. All you got to do is stand still. And I guarantee you, in the long run, they love it when you shake out them hobbles. After you ride enough circles, do enough rollbacks, chase enough cows, they're like, how about that exercise where you put them things on my feet and I just get to stand still? So pretty soon, boy, they love it when you shake them hobbles out. Now I'm gonna turn her. She may have to trip one more time, I don't know. So here we go. Watch, she knows now. Look at her, look at her, look at her. She's like, man, see how much better she was? You know, people tell me sometimes horses are dumb. I always say the horse, perfect by nature, untouched by man. But look at her thinking, look at her digesting, look at her learning. Remember, learning is nothing more than a response from a demand to grow, to do something you never did before. Well, she never did that before. Hey, you might say she did the wrong thing, she made a mistake. Hey, it's okay to make a mistake. That's how you learn. That's how she's going to learn to honor those hobbles right there. So again, I'm going to get her to get one little step here. Watch, she'll start figuring it out here. Boom, see her, just put it right back down. Look, see, look at that little mind just a ticking, tick, tick, tick. See, getting the message from her mind right down to those feet. I'm going to throw that on the ground, just walk around and rub her. And I want her to learn to stay put. And I've been teaching this mare to come to me, and she can learn the difference just like a dog. Stay. This is how I begin my ground tie. People say, Craig, how do you get your horses where when you get off, they just stand still? This is how I start right here. Remember that mare earlier when I walked over here, she wanted to come with me. So what I can do here is just walk off. Whoa, no, I don't want you to come with me. See, so you learn to stay. See how she started? She prepared to move her feet. And I'm saying, hey, I'm not going to go too far. Whoa, and then I'm going to come back. And this is how I started, teaching her to stay ground down, stay put, and stay put. Just walk off, different angles, and come back. Stay put. Walk around that horse, gentle that horse up. And I guarantee you, she'll start getting better and better about standing still, better and better about her feet. What she doesn't know she can really move her feet. So I'm going to square her up. Watch this mare here. I'll just put her head over her left foot and back that foot up. Right there, just right there. And I've done a lot of desensitizing before I ever came in here and just threw a set of hobbles on her. I'd like her to stay put again. Stay, you're okay. Good. Stay. I'm gonna get my flag and sack her out a little bit as she's learning to hobble here. You're a good girl. Just take my flag. And if she needs to move, hey, that's her business. But she'll have to remember that those hobbles are there. And pretty soon she can learn to respect them. Remember, respect is a mutual regard and an understanding. She didn't come in the world knowing what I want of her or what you want of her. That's what she's having to learn. So I'm offering her up what? Trying to look at her standing hip shot. That's called hip shot. That's a nice, relaxed, comfortable horse now. Ooh, I like it. See, I use my flag, I'm sacking her out a little bit, do my stirrups here. Again, a horse that had never been rode just 6 weeks ago. And look at her, man, she's coming to the party as we're slowly advancing her, slowly bringing her on, and always and forever giving her a reason to trust us. Remember, from her point of view, trust is a belief that you never do anything to hurt her. Hey, take your time, do things right, present it in a way they can understand, give them the time it takes for them to understand, and guess what? that results are going to be really phenomenal. Hey, keep riding like a champion. I'm Craig Cameron. I'll see you next time.